What I love about Jacksonville Beach is kind of this concept of the beach life, and we all feel it when we're coming across the bridge and you can see the ocean in the distance. You just kind of have that sense of peace and relief, and you're back on the island. We love our nature. We love our sea turtles and our dunes and our ocean. We love our intercoastal. We love our marshes. And I can get on a beach cruiser and go anywhere I want to go. I love the Beaches Museum, of course. We have all sorts of things, events going on all the time out in our park, and inside the museum there's always something new and different going on here. So we're sitting in the Indigenous area of the Beaches Museum. So this talks about kind of the pre-European settlement of our area. We credit the beaches area for being settled in the late 1800s when the train system started to come down into Florida and out to the beach. In the early 1900s, Atlantic Beach started to come together. It wasn't Atlantic Beach at the time. So you have the town center there that is actually split between Atlantic Beach and Neptune Beach. Neptune is really small and it's very residential, other than right along 3rd Street and then on the southern side of Atlantic Boulevard. So they all have a really rich and diverse history. Jacksonville Beach was definitely the hub. Again, the train track came straight out here. But Jacksonville Beach definitely has the best known piers. In the heyday, in the early part of the 20th century, there was a pier that had a big dance hall on it. This time with the pier, and you noticed it if you went out on it, it goes out and then the last section of it goes up. So it's actually about 8 feet higher than the pier was previously. And being able to be over deep water while you're standing on land is really cool too, because you get to see all sorts of sea life and see what the fishermen are bringing in. But just a very interesting and fun, but also a really relaxed kind of place. So I think that's why people want to visit here, because they see what we see, which is just this really just cool oceanfront, really approachable, kind of down-to-earth community.
Being born and raised in the Jacksonville area on the beach side has really made me have an extreme passion for the beach and the ocean. And I feel like that's kind of what drove me to wanting to become a lifeguard. I love helping people. I love being at the beach. And being at the beach every day as a lifeguard has not deterred me from still loving the ocean and what the beach has to bring. Even when I'm off duty, I'm still at the beach, whether it's surfing, bodyboarding, hanging out with friends. I think the beach has something for everybody. What a lot of people don't know about Jacksonville, Duval County, is that there's a lot of firsts. What is now known as ocean rescue lifeguarding started right here in Jacksonville Beach in 1912. Before that, there was no such thing as ocean rescue lifeguards. There were lifeguards for the YMCA at pools, there were lifeguards at lakes, but there was no lifeguards on the ocean front, on the beach in the United States. Then once 1914 came and being chartered by the American Red Cross, lifeguarding in Jacksonville Beach flourished. People always come up to the lifeguard station, and ask about ocean conditions or beach safety, or the news will always ask us, what do you want people to know when they're coming to the beach? And there's a couple big 3 things that we want people to know, and it's called the 3 B's of beach safety. The first one is going to be aware. Know your surroundings, know where you came to the beach, know what avenue you parked at, know what street you parked on, know where you put your stuff down, know where the closest lifeguard is. The second is be seen. You want to swim in front of a lifeguard with a buddy or a family member and never alone. And then the third B is be safe. When you get to the beach, before you get into the water, check in with that lifeguard to know where the current ocean condition dangers are. We are what we consider the playground for Duval County. Duval County being the largest county in the United States of America is a reason why it brings a lot of visitors to Jacksonville Beach. Jacksonville is my home, and being able to serve it is something that I'm really grateful to do.
What I love about Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens is really our mission and what we stand for. So the conservation of plants and animals is so important to me, and I love that we also work to inspire and educate other guests and even kids. So Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens actually first became a zoo back in 1914. We had a deer. Ever since then, we've really evolved over time, and that includes growing large conservation programs and being involved in more than 45 conservation programs around the globe. And now we have a lot of other innovative, state-of-the-art exhibits that we've built, such as African Forest in Land of the Tiger. They're award-winning. Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens has launched a master plan, and within that master plan there are different tiers of what we will be doing. We will be completely redoing our entrance, and it will become a manatee exhibit. It will be called Manatee River, and it's supposed to be an homage to Florida life and its ecosystem. And we will be able to hold at least double the manatees that we are able to hold now. Obviously, the animals is probably our largest attraction on why people want to come. But again, our gardens is something that people come to do, and they just come and take a stroll. And kids love our train. I've been in Jacksonville my whole life, so it was pretty easy for me to understand and to kind of pick up on what's going on here at Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens, and knowing how to get Jacksonvillians involved and wanting to actually become more a part of what's going on and to come and visit and get excited about what our future holds.
So Jacksonville is kind of a unique area to Florida because we're real diverse with our marsh and our wetlands that we don't have in South Florida. So this is a popular destination for guys that want to sight fish or people that want to come in and catch a lot of redfish, flounder, trout. We have a real diverse fishery here with our river, and then we have the backwater creeks, the intercoastal waterway. So we have a lot of different varieties of fishing here, so that makes it real popular. And my business is North Florida Fishing Charters. I've been chartering for about 23 years. I provide obviously backcountry fishing trips, light tackle, fly fishing. Where I grew up fishing, we didn't have as great the tides as we have here. The further north you go, the more greater the tides are. I just learned, where the fish were going to be at that particular time, and then I started taking friends out and family out, and decided that's what I love doing. I get the pleasure of taking people out, like we talked about, that maybe staying downtown or somewhere at the beach and they don't know all this scenery is back here, So oftentimes I'll pick them up near a ramp downtown or right at the seawall at the hotel, and then within 15 minutes we're in the backcountry fishing. And yeah, they're like, wow, I didn't know this Jacksonville looked this way. They are pretty blown away about how cool the area looks. Every trip's a memory. I'm very fortunate to be able to do this, and then the scenery, all this behind us. So that's, it's just memories every day, yeah.
It's a really beachy spot. You wouldn't expect tacos in Tequila to be a beachy spot, but just being right here in the heart of Neptune Beach, we definitely carry that vibe and we do it the best we can, and it's just a really laid-back spot. It's super simple. It's tacos and tequila, so it's a great environment. Some of our most popular things probably are hands down our steak taco. Anytime someone asks me should I get, the number one thing I say is our steak taco. My favorite margarita is definitely the blood orange margarita with the Salerno blood orange liqueur that we put in it, and then the flying iguana margarita with our select barrel reposado, and it's the best original margarita you can find in Jacksonville. I think I've stayed here as long as I have because the culture and just kind of our reputation here in Neptune Beach. And so we're just trying to keep building that reputation, keep doing what we're doing.
Pizza's a blast from the past, and it's a come-as-you-are place. It's definitely not uptight. Doesn't matter what you're wearing as long as you got shirt and shoes on, and you got a good attitude. You're gonna have a good time here. The bar's been here since '33. First liquor license after Prohibition, December 5, 1933. Pete himself was already selling stuff out of his grocery store during Prohibition, and when Prohibition ended, he was the first guy in line saying, "Make me legal." Over the years, as the neighborhood has grown around the bar, Pete's has managed to stay pretty much the same. It's always had a very blue-collar, working-class vibe. It's kind of a lost-in-time kind of thing, aside from we now have credit cards and touchscreen jukebox. So it's like kind of like a big kid's game room in here, all the pool tables and foosball, free ping pong, bumper pool. Pete left in his will that he wanted pool to always be 25 cents because this is a working man's bar. We're pushing 100. We're 90 years this coming year, so it's really it's a neighborhood staple, and it's so many people, so many generations. I've had people come in here where the grandson's turning 21, and they're with dad and grandfather, and they all had their drinking rights birthday in this bar. It's a good place to hang out. Really, come as you are, and come get a stiff drink at a fair price and enjoy.